and welcome back to the Sonic College Sports Network. I am Jaeden Smith here with James Cultra, Collin Samansky, and Miguel Garcia. And we're going to go over our top 5 movies or potential movies in general that you should look out for in 2023. So how are you guys today?
Doing great.
Doing good, man.
Ready for this or what?
Ready, man.
Dude.
Ready to do this. I love movies.
It'll be quite a year now. A lot of movies coming out this year.
It's an anticipated movie, huh? Anticipated year, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. So first I'm going to take it to James.
No, yeah. I mean, there's, like you guys said, a lot of movies coming out. The one that I'm excited for the most is the new Mario movie.
Okay.
And I don't know. I think it just has a lot of potential because we've never seen Nintendo being turned into a movie. And if this hits, bro, like Nintendo could be put on the map for like doing other movies. Like think about like a Zelda movie or I don't know, like I'm sure they're gonna do some like Mario Kart reference in the Mario game or in the Mario movie. But like I don't know. I just grew up with those movies, so I think that there's a lot of potential there.
I agree, but the only thing that's throwing me off is Chris Pratt as Mario.
Yeah,
That's the only thing that's throwing me off.
If I may. Jack Black is Bowser.
Whoa.
no way.
That's.
I didn't even
to me,
know
that's
that.
enough. I'm a huge Jack Black fan. I love his movies. I love School Rock,
And
Kung Fu
does
Panda.
Bowser?
I love Jack Black movies. And Jack Black's a hilarious guy. Have you seen the trailer? Hearing him as Bowser, dude,
It fits
It fits perfectly.
He did it so well. I did not know that was Jack
Yeah.
Black.
One of my notes for it, because that's on my list as well. I think that's a really stacked cast for an animated movie.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really stacked cast. Chris Pratt, he's in it, but I'm pretty sure they still have the original voice of Mario to do like probably his like yahoos and all that.
Right,
stuff.
like-
Out the game and stuff?
Yeah.
Probably.
No, like, people are definitely been talking about how the voices are going to be weird. But imagine if the whole movie was just, because what is Mario? They hardly talk. I think Mario's like one like real line is like, "Let's go," and that's like all he says. Every other character just like grunts and makes noise. Like
Exactly.
they gotta speak,
You gotta put a little spin on it, like make it dialogue for a movie.
It's gonna be weird at first, but I think it's one of those things that like once you get past that
it'll grow on
awkward
you.
stage, you're gonna be like, all right, this is sick. And
We're
for
definitely
me,
going to have a lot of kids watching this movie.
oh, big time. Like, and I'm gonna be right there with the kids, bro. Like, this is like nostalgia for me, but it's also something new. Of
course.
Like something that's been weird about movies. I know y'all got other movies you want to talk about, but like something that's weird about movies for me is like how they're just like digging at nostalgia from the fans. Like so many repeats, so many sequels, so many like let's bring this back. And like even for me, like I love Star Wars, but there was something that felt off about, and they I think butchered those sequel Star Wars movies. But yeah, I don't know. And even like as we go down the list, there's so many other like nostalgia movies, like Indiana Jones, right? And I don't know if you guys got comments on Indiana Jones,
I'm pretty sure
but
all of us grew up watching Mario, playing Mario Kart at least,
In some way,
That's
yeah.
going to be definitely something.
yeah,
to
it's
look
still
into.
kind of like something new. It's pulling at like a game that we all grew up with, but to see like a video game turned into a movie is always pretty cool. It's like that concept isn't brand new, but I don't know. I think it's cool.
I feel like because like you said, video game movies are not a new concept, but they don't have a good track record. But this because they always try to make it live action. They try to make the movies live action. Like what was
Last
it?
of
Uncharted
Us,
they
though.
just did. Last of Us.
It's a show.
Great show.
Yeah.
Great show. I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
Great show.
they're from a video game.
But with a Mario, you have to make it cartoon. Like there's no way you make these like dimensions realistic in a live action.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
So-
Mario live action, that scares some kids, dude. That scared me.
But I do agree with you saying that this could be like a potential gateway to more different cartoon movies, more Zelda, more video games. It could potentially be a good couple years for animated movies.
It's gonna be a Nintendo Cinematic Universe.
Dude, I think like I've always grown up loving Nintendo, but to me, like I felt like they've always been like behind, like late to the game with a lot of things.
Yeah.
And this could be like huge, just absolutely massive for them.
It can put them over the top, basically.
Yeah, like Nintendo, dude, with like their video games, I've always loved their games, but their like online aspect has always been so bad. Like getting into like online matches is always so difficult, and I don't know, they just seem like outdated or something. Like, how are you not with the times? Everybody plays games online. How do you not have a good online system? So that's a whole different thing. But yeah, this is big for Nintendo, dude.
Okay. So, do you have any other movies you potentially are waiting on this year?
Only Mario, bro. Only Mario.
I like that take.
I'm going to Nintendo Land.
Nintendo Land looks sick.
It looks.
What do you think about John Wick though?
Yeah, that's out. I haven't seen it yet. But
Have you watched any of the John Wick movies though? You haven't?
You are missing out.
I know, dude.
The only one that I
haven't seen
watched,
it yet,
I mean, the
but-
first one that I ever watched was the one where they killed his dog. Is that the first one or the second one? That's the first one.
Yeah.
After that, I was like, whoa, like who goes above and beyond for a dog? I mean, I would have too, you know. Like if somebody comes and kills my dog, I mean, you know,
It's
imagine that. So I'm already like, you know, giving you a little of what it is, you know, to watch. But
I saw the memes, bro. The meme, like I saw all the like dog, like if somebody messes with my dog, I go John Wick on him or something, you know. So I've seen the memes, but yeah, I'm kind of behind in that
it's
aspect.
just one of those movies that were supposed to come out in like 2021, but then a lot of movies were supposed to come out before COVID, but then this whole COVID situation happened, and you know, you got a lot of movies being delayed, this and that. But I mean, I haven't watched it yet. I don't know if you guys have, but it'll probably be something to watch for me, since I'm, you know, me and my girlfriend, you know, we spend weekends watching movies, so now we're just gonna add it onto the list along with Mario comes out. I'll definitely go with my little niece and watch him because she's a Nintendo person, she's a Mario person. We be playing, you know, on Nintendo the whole time, you know, and it'll just be fun to watch. Now that you're telling me all this, I'm like, okay, that's gonna
I
be
think
fun.
it's gonna be sick, yeah, for sure. I mean, who wants to throw another movie out? I mean, I got another one off the tip of my tongue, but
Do you want to go?
I was
Keep going with you.
say Indiana Jones, bro. Like that's like another big one, but like Crystal Skull, so bad, dude. Literally, like such a bad movie. So that this bouncing back is like everybody's got high expectations. Everybody wants it to be good.
I mean, it's been 15 years since we last saw Indiana Jones movie, so it's gonna be, you know, a good thing to see, you know, especially because Harrison Ford is gonna be retiring. He's gonna be hanging up his hat and
Dude, he's
hanging up the whip.
He's old, bro.
We're
Like
just talking about
I'm
he's
curious what they're gonna do with CGI because he's gonna be doing some crazy stuff. You know, he's Indiana Jones,
Yeah.
but that's an 80-year-old man.
Yeah, he's done.
And he looks good. I mean, Harrison Ford looks good, man. For 80, I would not.
Yeah, looks
When
real
y'all
good.
when y'all told me 80, I did not think that.
Yeah, they're
But, like,
saying. Well, he turned 80 last year. I'm sure he's gonna be 81 this
81?
year, but this is definitely gonna be the last one. They said, you know. So it
hang out.
has to, you know.
I know y'all gonna hate me, but I haven't seen a single Indiana Jones.
Hey, I haven't seen any John Wicks. Any, you know.
But
I'm
that's
excited
okay.
to see this one because Antonio Banderas is gonna be in it. Like he's my favorite, you know, like one of my
Is
favorite
he the
actors too. I'm not sure what part he's gonna take into this movie, but I'm excited to see him after El Zorro, or I don't know if you guys seen this movie.
Zorro, yeah. Zorro's
So
a good
I'm
movie.
really
I've
excited to see this, you know,
Have
him
you,
taking
have you
part.
seen Desperado with
I
Antonio
have
Banderas?
not actually.
You are
I just know he's a
missing
really
out,
good actor.
That's what I'm gonna watch.
Desperado, you said?
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino directed it.
Huh.
Great movie. Has a bunch
Oh.
of
I need to see
great
it. I need to see it
actors. Missing out. You
Okay.
have to see it.
Noted on my list.
Need to see that now.
I'll put that on the list too.
Oh yeah. So now I'm going to head to you, Miguel. What are your potential movies for 2023?
Well, we kind of already talked about, you know, I'm not really a movie person, but because of my girlfriend, you know, we've started to watch series, watch movies and stuff, you know.
Sometimes the girl just doesn't want to go out. You
Exactly,
know?
like, you know, I think like I'm at the part of my life where I'm like, I'm done partying, I'm done going clubbing and all these things, and I'd rather just stay home, you know, after a long week of work, you know, get some food, you know, Netflix and chill, or like just go to the movie theaters on Tuesday, if anything, you know, because they're cheap.
Right. Is that your choice or your girl's choice?
No, the Tuesday part is my part because it's like ever since I moved into the U.S. when I was 16, like we would sneak into the movie theaters,
Oh,
pay
yeah,
for one
sure.
movie,
Yeah.
and we would watch like
yeah.
a lot of
That's
movies
fine.
because back then they wouldn't check your tickets back then. You
Wait,
know?
wait. So no, I want to know if we did the same thing. So one homie goes in, and then there's that door on the side that they open, and then you go through that door.
It's either that or we would buy a ticket like $5. At that time it was like $5 on Tuesdays. I lived in Daly City, so we would go to the movie theaters, buy one after. We wouldn't even go to school, so we would sneak in there, buy one, and then after we finished watching one, we would go into the next one because there was no people checking tickets. You
Oh,
know,
that's
but
sick.
if for whatever reason one of my boys couldn't get in there because their parents didn't give him money or whatever, we'll be like, all right, bro, I'll be back. I forgot something in the car. Or I forgot something outside. Give him the ticket and let's go. You know. That's
what's up. Yeah.
I'm sure we all did that, right? I mean,
No, I know we did. I mean, here at Solana, we don't condone illegal crimes, but we do condone saving your money and being financially responsible.
Yeah, you know, and watch movies.
Yeah.
Nowadays, we go to movies, we pay for our tickets, or we just wait for them to come out, right?
Yeah,
So
just get Disney Plus.
I mean, you guys are, I don't know how you guys feel about, Fast X or the Fast and the Furious movie. It's just been so many movies that I lost track of them.
Look, I can't do
But-
any more Fast and Furious movies. What was the last one they went to space?
Yeah.
That threw me completely off.
Yep.
I think they're going downhill with a lot of the movies. I know a lot of people say that Fast X, the trailer looked good, this and that, but I can't hop on the wave, man.
I feel like nowadays they can always make the trailer
It's
look
not even
good.
gonna be the last one.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not?
'Cause the thing says, I believe, something like the beginning, the end of the road begins, something like that.
Yeah.
Begins. So there's gonna be another one.
Yeah, it's like
There's
at the
gotta
end of
be
the 10th movie, it's like,
it's-
this is only the beginning.
This is the start of the end.
I can't do it. And Vin Diesel, he's not a really good actor.
Vin Diesel, John Cena, now
what-
Jason Momoa. Like, who else are you gonna keep on adding to this?
Vin
can't do
Diesel
it,
Jr.
man. It's going downhill for me.
Watch that. I'm just interesting
little
to
buff
see how
baby.
things go after Justin Lin got fired and midway through the production. So that was kind of like threw me off too. So I was like, okay, so what's gonna happen? Like, is it gonna take a radical change? Is it not? Like, what's gonna happen after? But like I said, it's just one of those movies that I watched Fast and the Furious 1. We talked about Reto, Tokyo, Tokyo Drift. Sorry, but it's started in Spanish. So like those were movies that I was hyped about it, but after the third, fourth, fifth, after Paul
Those
Walker
were
died, it's
racing.
like
This was a racing movie.
Yeah,
it was
now
racing. Now it's heist, and then it's going to space. I haven't seen any of them. I only really wanted to watch the first one, maybe a few more after that. If I really enjoyed it, I would probably stop after when Paul Walker isn't in it anymore.
That killed me, made me cry after. I was like, bro, how are they gonna kill this? But I mean, he died in real life, of course, so I had to kill him in the movie, right? But it's just crazy how they keep on escalating. It's just like a Transformers movie. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it too. It used to be Autobots, now there's gonna be animals. I mean, cars that turn into animals. It's a bunch of things that are happening now that is bro,
The cars that turn into animals?
they're called Maximals. So they're pretty much, transforming robots that are animals.
But that's been in the franchise for years.
That's
right?
been,
It has been in the
if you
franchise.
watch it, the cartoons and stuff, it's been for years. It just keeps on transforming, which is all right. I guess,
Ironic.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't. I thought that they didn't even turn into a mecha Autobot or Decepticon. They went from car to animal. There's no
Oh no,
that'd be pretty pointless, right? It's how are you gonna save the world if you just go from car to cat?
That would be crazy, right?
No, but okay. So my point being, we talked about Indiana Jones. That's another sequel movie. Then we have Transformers. There's a new Transformers coming out. Another sequel movie. And then we have another Scream coming out.
Oh yeah.
Scream 5. It was the Scream movies have done well enough to get to a number 6 here, but they're just kind of mid to me.
I love the first one.
First
I
one's
love the
cool.
first one.
I mean, the first one's cool for sure, and even the 5th one did well with some of the killing scenes. Some of them were pretty gruesome and creative, and a lady caught on fire at the end. I won't go into too many details, but it was you're oh my god, that's not, I haven't seen that before.
It's horror. I mean,
it's kind of messed up. but-
Personally, for me, because I do like horror.
There you
I
go.
like
Oh, rocking the
Halloween
Halloween
thing.
tee.
Yeah, I didn't plan
I'm a
it,
scary
but-
kid.
Rocking the.
But-
That's sick.
the last one last year, it was not good. But
No.
I enjoyed it because I like the character Michael Myers. I like the story from the original 1978 movie, and I don't really go to a horror movie, at least personally, a slasher especially, for story and a good plot. I want it good, but I don't want it doesn't have to be Citizen Kane or anything. I just want a good killing.
You just want to see
gory.
people stabbed.
I mean, I want to see creative kills. That's some of the best kills in horror movies. They're not the best horror movies, but by far at any means.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why, I would probably see the Scream 6. I haven't seen any of the newer ones. I know I saw Scream 2. I haven't seen any after that.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw the trailer. He's got a freaking gun.
Dude,
Ghostface is using
Ghostface with a gun?
He's using a gun in the trailer.
Yo,
He uses a shotgun.
That's OP. That's
So
OP, bro.
I just
That's
want to
OP.
see the crazy. It's already out, but I'll probably wait to see it on streaming or whatnot. I might bootleg
Wait for it to be
yeah.
free and
Yeah, I'll
pay
watch it for
to
free.
watch.
I don't. 'Cause
Dude,
no one I know is gonna want to go see it with me. But
Yeah.
They're gonna take like the Fast and Furious route. It's gonna be like Ghostface in space
Are you guys like the type of
with a
person that's-
shotgun.
well, that's Jason X. He went to space.
Jason X.
Friday the 13th.
Did he?
another-
Did he
Yeah,
really?
Space, bro.
Isn't another movie coming out?
I didn't know
Friday
that.
the 13th?
I have no idea. Their whole thing's a mess. Friday the 13th.
Are you guys the type
franchise
of
is a
people
mess.
that go watch a movie by you guys by themselves, or you guys usually?
I feel like the
watching
best
it with
experience is
people?
to watch it by yourself.
By
'Cause
yourself?
I feel like the immersive.
Because you don't have nobody talking to
Yeah,
you.
no
saying-
one
Yeah.
talking to you. You're in the theater and it's quiet, black. All you got the big screen.
Then
I
you'd
feel
probably
like
be
that's
annoyed
just you and that movie
watching it with
one-on-one.
me because like sometimes like they invited me to take to watch movies and stuff, and when I'm lost, I'm over here like, hey, so what is it? Or like, what is that? And you would probably be annoyed with me.
What's happening?
Who is that?
Just keep
Why is this
watching.
happening? Especially with like multiverse movies, like Flash,
yeah.
Spider-Man, like all these kind of things.
Yeah.
If I didn't watch the one before, I'm gonna be lost in the next one, right?
Exactly.
Unless it's like an Avatar one where I just like everything that happens and it's so nice and it just takes you into a trip, right? But yeah, that's definitely something else to talk about. But what about you, Colin? What do you got on your
I
plate?
got a couple. I like movies, so I did 5. I'm just gonna name them and then we can just go. However, I had Mario. That was my 5. I had
Sick.
Air, which is like the Michael Jordan, the Nike
Oh, yeah.
deal.
Oh,
the
yeah,
movie
yeah,
with
yeah,
Matt
yeah.
Damon, Ben Affleck, who's also directing it. Then I have you guys probably won't know this. I'll have to explain it. I have a movie, The Machine. It's
Machine.
based on I don't know if you guys know the comedian Burt Kreischer.
Oh yeah.
It is
Oh,
based on
I've
his
seen the trailer.
sketch. The
Of when he went to Russia?
Of when he went to. I'll explain it in a few. I'll explain.
It's
it.
like his iconic joke.
Yes, it's the joke that like put him on the map.
Right.
Whoa.
Like he's the machine,
They
and
made
it
a
was like
movie out of
him
it?
being involved with the Russian mafia.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
explain more if y'all
crazy.
want.
Mhm.
After that, I have Oppenheimer. I really
Whoa.
am looking forward to this one. It's a Christopher Nolan movie. Starring Cillian Murphy, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Matt Damon. It's a pretty stacked cast, in my opinion.
Whoa.
And it's like Oppenheimer creating the atomic bomb during the Manhattan Project. I like a little bit of history, so I really feel like I'll enjoy this. This is late summer, July 21st that I have, so I'm looking forward to that.
That one's gonna be in
This-
black and white too, right?
I don't believe that maybe I think parts. I don't know about all of it, but Christopher Nolan's big on not liking to use a lot of CGI,
Right.
and he's doing the A bomb. So I've seen just a lot of stuff. I don't know how true it is, but like that they're saying he created the A bomb without CGI, not the
Whoa.
actual A bomb, but.
Right.
I want to see how he did it. That's what's really drawing me in. And then,
And you said it's coming out this summer.
yeah, July
So
21st.
summer's
yeah.
gonna be packed. then,
Summer's gonna be packed for movies.
Mm.
And starting off the summer, my number 1, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Ooh.
I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to
Yeah.
that. I'm a big Marvel, big Spider-Man fan, especially.
Big time.
The first movie was so incredibly good,
Yeah.
groundbreaking. No one ever seen any Spider-Man movie like that before. We all just seen the live action.
Didn't it win like a lot of?
Oh yeah, it won Best Animation.
There
It
you
beat
go.
out Pixar and Disney.
Oh,
Hadn't-
yeah.
Disney hadn't like lost that category for years
And they keep
before
on-
this, and I'm certain this movie will win that category again.
The soundtrack on that movie was
Again,
actually
soundtrack.
pretty sick too.
Who's in the
Um,
soundtrack?
That one was
Gosh, he had like.
I mean, they had a lot
I
of
know they did
people-
the. Why do you have to? Why do you have to ask
I was
good?
like,
Why
okay,
do you have
what
to
is
ask good
Like,
questions?
is that good? Like, who is it? Now I'm interested. But I'm.
you know.
I'm thinking of that Post
Song was on
Malone
there. There was a
song,
Juice WRLD song on there.
Sunflower. He's
Uh,
like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry. you
Webbing
were-
around.
Yeah,
and
but that
whatever.
was my top 5, and if any of y'all have some of those or like are
Speaking
interested
of
in
Marvel,
those,
like, isn't there like a Flash movie coming out too?
well, that's DC. But
That's
yeah.
DC,
Oh,
bro.
I have that. I was going a little extra. I put like movies that I think are gonna bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I put Flash on one I think I'm gonna bomb. I think it's only driven by nostalgia, like what you were saying. A lot of movies. Guess who's gonna be in it? Michael Keaton, Batman.
I know. That's what I was.
That's the only reason I would go see it personally. I don't. And with all the controversy surrounding Ezra Miller as the actor, I don't see many fans going out to go
What's the
see
controversy
it.
behind
There
it?
could be like, yeah. What was that?
What is the controversy?
He did some stuff.
Something
Ezra
bad
Miller's with the
that
cops and
we
stuff?
shouldn't really.
Yeah, illegal
Yeah,
stuff.
other stuff.
No, it wasn't just as
Illegal
illegal
stuff.
like going to movies like you guys were, but it's some other illegal stuff.
I'm gonna have to
But-
look it up.
Other than that, unless you're a real diehard Flash fan,
You'll be
or like
lost.
you really like the old Batman and Ben Affleck, this might be his last time being Batman as well. I don't see anyone else really going to see this.
Batman and Flash in one movie.
Well,
Crazy.
two Batmans, Flash, and Supergirl.
A lot of spinning in that movie, huh?
Yeah. Well, that's what these movies are now. Like Marvel, as much as I love Marvel, it kind of really, I don't know about ruined movies, but it's definitely had a huge impact on how movies are these days, with a lot of
Yeah.
cameos, callbacks, all that stuff.
I thought DC was stepping up their game once Joker came out, and even the last Batman I thought was pretty
The
good.
last Batman was amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was
Robert
super
Pattinson's
sick.
Batman was-
But then, like, you know, you think they're like making a better track for themselves, but then you know that last Wonder Woman movie was,
Yeah.
and then
Pedro Pascal.
what was the one with the Rock that came out? I heard that one was
Black Adam.
Black Adam.
Black Adam. I heard.
Pretty decent, but I didn't go see it personally. But
I didn't see it either.
I
But
hear it was pretty bad, especially with The Rock being. Okay, I'm hearing rumors that The Rock is like. He's not the greatest person anymore, and he's doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes
dang,
that's making him not likable no more.
it's either the money or it's tequila or both.
There you go.
It's getting to him, dude.
He's also in the Shazam movie that came out not long ago. But I was just like,
I
what
don't
does?
I don't think he was in it.
I don't think he was.
He didn't want to be in it.
What?
Wow,
He
you want
doesn't. He wanted like it to be like about him. He
Him
doesn't
and
want to be
not-
involved with like, Shazam and them. That's why he wanted Superman to be like at the end credits. But they just dropped the actor Henry Cavill for Superman, so that end credit made no sense.
Oh,
So
yeah.
then the trailer I watched it was just made up then because it was.
It could. I mean, it may not have been made up.
I haven't watched the movie either, so-
Movies lie in trailers these days.
True.
So they don't always show everything.
So let's go back to your 5.
Yeah.
So what was your first one that you wanted to speak about?
So honestly, let's go into Air. I think that's a really good movie that's coming out. It's coming out this week. Like this week.
I think next
No,
week.
next week. Yeah, April 5th is when it's coming out. And it's a Matt Damon, Ben Affleck movie. I was a little skeptical at first when I saw the trailer because I'm like, well, that movie could be really good, but it could also like. I was thinking like, yo, who's gonna be playing Michael Jordan? And because I was thinking like that would make or break the movie, but then like I was looking more into it and examining that it's not a Michael Jordan story. It's the story of how Nike kind of saved itself.
Like how it came to be, basically.
Well, Nike been around.
They've been
but
around,
they
but-
weren't as like how Nike is today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan pretty much saved the company with the Air Jordan thing. Honestly, I'm actually wearing my Jordans right now. But
Hey, shit, you gotta show those off a little bit. Get those in the
I think
camera.
I'm sitting over here. But
These are
once I
sick.
realized it's more of just like
Yeah, they're on there.
the company's story with and the deal getting done with him, like a biographical sports drama, I think it's gonna be really good.
So they're gonna break it down and show us what really happened. Do you think?
Like all the trials.
Well, as much as a
trials
movie
and shit.
can, it's going to be like
Yeah.
dramatized for Hollywood and stuff. It may not all be there. Maybe
Is the cast already there?
Oh yeah, it's already cast. It's,
So
I mean, it's
who's-
coming out next
so
week.
Yeah, it has
it's
a.
done. The
Who's
movie's
in the
done.
movie? It has
So
Matt
who's doing Michael
Damon.
Jordan then?
Yeah, that's a good question. Come back to me.
All right.
Well, I know in Air it has Matt Damon, Marlon Wayans, Chris Tucker, and even Viola Davis in the movie.
I have Viola Davis.
Oh.
Yeah.
And even in the Air movie, I know it's probably going to go over the controversy of when the Jordan shoe actually came out because there's a lot of controversy around his shoe and if he was like going to be able to play it in the shoe,
Yeah, he couldn't wear it.
couldn't wear it at first. So I feel like that's going to be a really good topic that they could really expand on in the movie. And I'm not trying to take up too many of your
No, yeah, go ahead. I want you guys to get involved with this. I want
And
discussion.
I just say one of the movies that I really want to keep a lookout for is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie that's coming out. It also has a pretty good animation compared to the Spider-Verse
it's a
movie.
lot similar to the Spider-Man.
Plus, it even has a lot of great actors such as Seth Rogen, Jackie Chan, Ice Cube, and even
Seth Rogen in
Giancarlo Esposito. So I feel like the voice acting is
Yeah, it's
out
gonna
of
be
this
top
world.
tier.
It's going to be top tier.
Has there been any Ninja Turtle movies before that?
I mean, yeah, this
Again, a live action
Live-action.
version.
Oh,
and it
yeah,
was-
that's right.
They did 2. I didn't see him.
Was it Michael Bay that did it? That last one? I don't know.
That would seem very Michael Bay-like
Yeah.
to do that kind of movie in the way it was, but I didn't go see it, so I can't speak on that.
I saw it. It was I'd say it was pretty Michael Bay-esque
Yeah.
with how
I can see. I get that.
So then this one is going to be like animated?
this is more
Yeah,
animated.
It's
Okay.
completely animated. It's a cartoon.
Oh.
And
like how the Spider-Verse.
I feel like it's going to be really good, like how the Spider-Verse graphics were. It's pretty similar, and it's like that comic book style.
So
Red
it'll be a
comic.
good way of seeing how they compete with Spider-Man. See
Oh
if they-
yeah. So I feel like
How
that's
they
going to be a
do.
really good challenge for Spider-Man.
And I think it's good because, like, even though I was never a big fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they've been around since the 80s. And, like, you're bringing this back up
Yeah.
for a new generation of kids. And what a lot of people are saying, like, how this movie could be really good is the voice actors. These are up-and-coming kid actors, so I don't know their names or anything like that. But they're a lot similar to, like, they're actually teenagers. Like, how you see in, like, live-action movies, the actors playing teenagers, they're not
Voice.
teenagers. They're 20s because they can do more stuff. They can work more hours for a studio without having them be minors. But here, they're voice actors. They can just supply the voice. So they fit the age of these characters a lot better, is what I've been hearing.
Right, like in Mario, it's probably a grown man playing Toad.
Well, yeah,
it is.
It's Keegan-Michael Key.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. So to that point, I guess I don't know. Toad's just a little mushroom dude.
Right.
Is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Is that still Nickelodeon? They still have the rights on that?
I actually have no idea,
Good question.
but I feel like it probably is.
I'm not sure.
Maybe they're like
They had the
DC.
show that was part of like our generation. That show. It's probably how most of our
I could
generation.
think that I
knows.
think they might be like DC now because I know that they're in like a fighting game with DC characters, but
I think so. I think it's probably maybe like Sony Entertainment, maybe, but it's also connected to DC because I know in a lot of the comics there was Batman in the DC in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comics.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's probably gonna be pretty similar to like DC, maybe.
it's weird.
There's a lot
Teenage
of
Mutant
weird
Ninja Turtles have kind of just been floating around in their own world. So
Oh, yeah.
let's go. It's sick to have them back on the map. It's another movie pulling at that nostalgia thing, though. I mean, I kind of keep going back to that point.
We can make the case every day that no movie or anything anymore is original. You could
Oh.
make that case all
Make that case
day.
easily.
So,
True.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. Starting to run out of ideas. There's a few good new ideas that are fresh, it seems, but again, like some of the movies I have on here, they're documentaries. The Air, The Machine is based on a story that happened with Burt Kreischer. Oppenheimer's based on real events.
Yeah,
and then
those are original.
Mario, based on a video game, and then Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, based on a comic book.
But speaking of originality, there's this movie. I'm not sure if you guys heard of it, but it's called Beau is Afraid. It's by, of course, it's a A24 movie. I'm sure you heard of the studio.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Beau is Afraid.
Bo is afraid.
No, I did hear about this.
Yeah, and it's like
I've heard the title.
it's like a horror / comedy, and it's has Joaquin Phoenix in it. So you know,
Yes, I saw a trailer. For this.
yes.
I saw the trailer when I saw Cocaine Bear.
so Joaquin Phoenix, he does like a lot of these wacky characters in his movies.
Right.
But I feel like this one's good. It's like, I guess, similar to Joker in a way where he holds a trauma, but it still seems very like folktale-esque, and it's all around of him seeing his family. And I feel like there's a lot of good ways they can go with this movie. It's very original in my opinion.
Yeah, that's-
So I feel like
Sounds like original concept.
it could be a real good sleeper movie.
Joaquin
Yeah, that's
Phoenix, like he doesn't miss these days. Like he gets so involved in his role that it's like
I feel like this movie
it's like
could
it
be
can't. If the movie flops, it can't be his fault.
I feel like this movie
he's
could
gonna
be-
do his part.
really good. I feel like this movie could be great.
That's sick. I haven't even heard about that one.
And when is it coming out?
I forget. I believe later on in the summer. I believe
later
This
in
year?
summer?
It's this year.
It's this year.
Okay, so-
It's coming out this year.
Interesting.
Bo is afraid.
Oh yeah. So I feel like that could be a really good
I knew I heard.
sleeper punch out, in my
That sounded
opinion.
familiar. But on a different turn, like The Machine, if y'all want to.
Oh yeah. No, I was actually about to ask you that.
This is gonna be based like more of comedy. I tried to put a little variety on my list. I got animation, comedy, a few like serious ones, and then just cartoon superhero ones. The Machine. So again, like some of you guys know, it's based on a Burt Kreischer sketch, like a part of his comedy special he did a few years ago, where it's based on what actually happened to him. He was on a trip in Russia for his Russian class in college. he didn't know a single word of Russian because he was just the spot to fill the class, so that they had enough students. So he was just given a C to keep passing the class, and they're on a trip in Russia. And this was when the Russian mob was running all of Russia, basically. I'm saying Russia so much, and so he befriends these Russian mobsters, and during their trip, they are on a train, and he's with the Russian mob, and they have to rob. They not have to, but they are robbing the train, and he is with them.
The mob doesn't really have to do it.
Yeah, they don't have to.
They kind of choose to. Yeah.
Yeah. They decide to rob the train, and he's like, "Oh no, what am I getting myself into?"
Yeah.
And the story is a huge hit among his fans. It really put him on the map, in my opinion, because that was one of the first shows I saw of him.
Are they successful or?
Well, I gotta watch the movie.
Oh, wow.
Well,
I didn't know you were giving me the trailer.
The movie's gonna entail that, and then also bring it to present day of like how it's like it's not really affecting him today as far as we know, but he's like bringing it today, like his past with the Russian mob comes back to bite him in the you know what. So
Yeah, Bert seems to be pretty laid back dude. I definitely know him as a comedian.
He's a funny guy.
It'd be interesting if maybe there's a slight fear that he has that it's like putting this movie out could put a hit on my head from my old buddies.
I know he said that to the director, and he's like, "Yeah, there's a chance like I could get this. I could get executed for this." He's like, "Oh, I don't want to make the movie even more now." I feel like it's just gonna be a funny movie. Again, none of you guys probably have heard of the movie coming out this year until now, but I was looking forward to it. So.
Okay.
Yeah, Bert's a guy that gives 0 Fs.
Yeah.
And, he goes out on the stage with his shirt off and his belly out, drinking beer, It's like the perfect guy to tell this story.
Exactly.
I'm excited for that one because I'm just a fan of stand-up comedy, and I definitely have known him for a while, so that's sick. Yeah, I'm glad
He's
you
got
told
Mark
us about
Hamill
that.
playing his dad in the movie too, so
Oh,
it's
sick.
interesting to see how that will.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a stacked cast of like previous movies I was saying, but I think the story and like the humor in it's really gonna carry it.
The fact that Bert filmed a movie is crazy. I mean, that guy. I don't know
It's
how
like
he did
comedy
it.
sketch,
Get it. I imagine they had to retake a lot of shoots to get him back on track. But, yeah.
So, do you have any other movies that you have a potential look out for?
No, that was my big ones. That's the ones I got on my list. I know there's big talk of the Barbie movie coming out.
Barbie movie?
I do kind of want to see it. Not gonna lie, Margot Robbie. What's his name?
Oh,
Guy, he's playing Ken. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad at myself for forgetting his name.
I couldn't tell you. I'm bad with that stuff. But it's animated?
No, it's not in. It's live action.
It's live action. Another
Live action Barbie
Live
movie.
action.
Sick.
But yeah, I think that's gonna be good. I'm not sure exactly how like the genre is gonna be. If it's full on like satire, or if it's like, I think it's really more like a comedy. It's not gonna be like super serious. Obviously, it's Barbie.
Right.
But I think it's just gonna be a good movie. I'm looking forward to it.
Huh.
Curious how they're gonna try to do it. Ryan Gosling, that's who I was thinking of. Jeez,
okay.
yeah. Him and Margot Robbie as Barbie and Ken. I think that's just top tier
We'll see how
casting.
that turns out to be. I'm definitely gonna watch it with my niece, man. Did you guys ever play with your sister or sibling? Like, I remember my sister used to have a lot of Barbies, and they bought me a Kent just to play with her. I was like 8 years old, and she was like 3, I think. It's just funny to hear that a Barbie is coming out with a movie.
You know this is being recorded, right?
It's fine. That's why I said I was playing with Kent. And right now, like you
Me,
said,
bro,
Kent, I was
action
like,
figures only, bro. Never touched a Barbie, bro. Never.
well, she would touch the girls, and I would touch Kent. Alright. But yeah, anyway, what you got, Jay?
No, I remember like playing those games. Because I remember like having moments where we're playing with Barbies, and it always started out with like, if you're ever playing with a girl, it's always like, we're gonna play house, or I'm gonna make the food, and then you're like, I'm gonna kill you, blah 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 blah, and it just always got crazy real quick.
Oh shoot!
Okay, so on that note, I think we'll be in store for some really great movies in the upcoming year.
You're gonna
Thank you
end
for tuning in for the Sonic College Sports Network. I'm Jaeden Smith, Collin Samansky, Miguel Garcia, and James Cultra. And thank you for tuning in.
Thank you for watching.